A little boy climbed an apple tree. He stole an apple, then two, then three. And when he started to climb back down, he slipped and he landed on the ground. Up jumped the devil, up jumped the devil. And every time he turned around, up jumped the devil in the white nightgown.
Yo, what's going on? Xander J. Hobson here, the brilliant art of this movement, and this right here is another segment of Hell for Leather News. So you wouldn't know it by the casual glance, but I'm an independent. I lean toward the right because I had older parents. My parents, they were in their 40s when I was born. So a lot of their views on the do's, the don'ts, and the dumb shit rubbed off on me. I know for a fact my parents would have liked Barack Obama. And I know they would have voted for him. Me, on the other hand, I didn't vote for Barack Obama. And I'll tell you why. I knew if a black man was elected president of the United States, white folks would use this as an excuse not to give us the goddamn money they owe us. And if you're not certain what money I'm talking about the 40 acres and a mule that General Bill Sherman said black slaves were entitled to after the Civil War, January 16, 1865. So with that said, right, man, I know damn well, man, you put a black man in office, man, they're not gonna give us the reparations because the way they see it, right, we even. See, white folks, if they give you anything, right, man, they're gonna get it back from you with interest. The night of the election, when Barack Obama was declared the next president of the United States, tears rolled down my face, but they weren't tears of joy. Folks around me discovered that I was upset that Barack Obama would be elected the first black president of the United States. They wanted to know what my problem was. I said, man, my problem is I want my goddamn money, man. I said, do you really think that black folks have a chance of getting reparations now that we got a black president of the United States? Now, if you're asking me, right, given the choice, what do I want? Do I want a black president or do I want my compensation? You can only have one. Man, I want my money. So yeah, that's the reason why I didn't vote for Barack Obama. Now, I know you got a lot of people, they don't like to have these discussions about slavery and race and reparations. And to be totally honest, I don't like having these conversations either because it's something that makes me bitter and angry, and I don't like being bitter and angry. I'm a happy person. But hey man, I want to talk about damn reparations, man, because I can always use a couple extra dollars, you know what I mean? And again, this is not me saying I want reparations. This is me responding to Bill Sherman saying that they was going to give the former slaves reparations. So if you already put it out there that you're going to give me something, or my ancestors, not necessarily me, man, why wouldn't I want it? My Jewish brothers and sisters were compensated from the Nazis. My Japanese brothers, they were compensated by America. And there are other documented accounts where reparations were paid to other peoples around the world by those who done them wrong. So, why wouldn't I want reparations, especially if you already said that you was going to give them to them? Now understand that they might have reneged, but since you put it out there, hey man, it's a topic for discussion.
I mean, for people to act like reparations is such a far-fetched thing is crazy, because if you were working for a company and you worked for that company for free for a long period of time, you would probably want back pay, you know, because of all the work that you put in. And then you got, you know, Jim Crow segregation, and you have mass incarceration. You have all of these things that were systemically done to black people to oppress them, to marginalize them. And we wonder why there's there's such a socio-economic gap now between black people and white people. It's because of that.
But the one thing I will say is this, right? I don't understand these Negroes, or in fact niggas. I'm gonna use the word nigga to describe a state of mind, not a race of people. But I don't understand these niggas who say they don't want reparations. They don't want affirmative action. You know, people like Larry Elder, attorney.
I want to talk about the case for reparations. Let me start over again. I mean the case against reparations, because it is a lame duck, brain dead idea.
And another gentleman by the name of Thomas Sowell, he's another guy who's anti-reparations and anti-affirmative action.
And so if you're going to have reparations for slavery, it's going to be the greatest transfer of wealth back and forth.
Where do they find these niggas? Please understand, I have an immense degree of respect for Larry Elder and Thomas Sowell, and our views align on a lot of things. We just don't align on the subject of reparations. I'm willing to bet that Larry Elder, Thomas Sowell, and people with their mindset has filed a federal income tax return every year since they've been working, because they wanted to receive every cent that was entitled to them as a result of their labors. And I know for a fact, every week they check their bank balance because they want to make sure that they got what they was owed as a result of their labors. So why wouldn't they want to be compensated for the labors of their ancestors who built this goddamn country for free? And like I said again, where do they find these niggas? I know for a fact, if Larry Elder or Thomas Sowell's, if either one of those guys lost their wives, I know for a fact they would be up there to the personnel department of their wife's job trying to collect their wife's final paycheck. So again, why wouldn't they want reparations? You know? And it's the same thing with a insurance policy. Should Thomas Sowell or Larry Elder, if they lost a spouse or a child and they paid into an insurance policy, I'm certain that they would want to collect on that insurance policy. So why wouldn't either one of these idiots want to collect on the tab that's due people that look like them? People, no matter how people try to shape it up, African Americans built this country for free. Free labor. Where do they find these niggas? And my question is, why wouldn't they want the reparations? Why wouldn't you want to have an unfair advantage over those or the ancestors of those who had an unfair advantage over your ancestors? I don't know anyone in their right mind who could honestly say they wouldn't want an advantage over someone else, especially someone who had an advantage over you at some point in time. I mean, the whole conversation, it just doesn't make any sense. You can only find a nigga that would say, "No, I don't want to be compensated for my ancestors. No, I don't want an unfair advantage over those or the ancestors of those who had an unfair advantage over your ancestors." Where do they find these niggas? As I draw to a conclusion, I want to say this. If I was the guy who was in charge of handing out the reparations, there would be some people that I wouldn't give reparations to. Namely, those two jackasses, Thomas Sowell and Larry Elder, and people who think like them. They definitely wouldn't get no reparations. Scratch them off the list. Other people who wouldn't get reparations, if you are an adult and you've been on welfare for more than 7 years, scratch them off the list. You got your reparations. Other people who wouldn't get reparations is high profile, money making celebrities and athletes. Hey man, listen, when you sign those multi-million-dollar contracts, man, you got your reparations, my reparations, Larry Elder's reparations, and a whole bunch of other people's reparations. And again, this is not to, throw shade on you or to try to minimize your talents or your contributions to society. It's just that, man, you already hit the lottery, man, and your talents compensated you well. Other individuals who I wouldn't give reparations to, if I was deciding, if you're more than 6 months behind in your child support, man, you can't take care of your kids, what you need reparations for. You saving enough money. And the final individuals, if you're asking me, who gets reparations, who doesn't get reparations, man, if you got more of someone else's hair on the top of your head than your own, man, you're not getting no reparations. Do you really think our ancestors sweat and bled so you can give their hard-earned to the Koreans? Fuck out of here, man. You're not getting no goddamn reparations. Done with it. Bam.
Now if temptation comes around, so listen to the